Time goes on, and we're still here in Stockholm. We're still at the Swedish Market Research Day. Remember, you can follow us on Twitter at #SMRD12. And I've got another great guest here. So, Helen, first of all, your name and your organisation.
Hi, Ray. I'm Helen from Esomar. I'm the External Relations Manager there.
Esomar, you say? I always say Esomar.
Look, it depends who you're talking to, and I'm not going to laugh. I have gotten into a habit of saying it a certain way. If it's in Latam, it is Esomar. So, yeah. If I'm saying it incorrectly, I do apologise.
Okay, so you're from SMR. We're at the SMRD Swedish Market Research Day.
Yes.
Are they the enemy or?
Never. No one's the enemy, Ray. Everyone's friends. No, I enjoy the SMRD Day. Stockholm, number one, beautiful city. Henrik has done a phenomenal job of setting this up. Wonderful speakers, wonderful people like yourself, Ray, popping into Stockholm for the day. No one's enemies. It's something that Henrik comes to Esomar events. I've come here to SMRD. I've gone to numerous events around the world, associations, organisations. And it's basically taking the information to the people, whatever country, that global approach and joining together to share knowledge, share ideas, networking. And that's why I enjoy coming to these events. It's fantastic.
So how many have you been to before?
Events all over the world?
No.
Or just here?
Just here first.
This is the second one. I think the first one I saw and met you here.
Yep.
This is my second time, but I jumped at the chance. I wanted to come last year, but it was on around the same time as APAC in Melbourne. So I couldn't make it last year. So I jumped at the chance this year.
Okay, so you go to lots of, you go to more events than I do.
All right.
Probably.
Come on.
What's different about SMRD? Because I think it is quite different to most of the others in a few ways.
I can't pinpoint it. It's a relaxed environment. It is predominantly Swedish, and the Swedish, as I'm on the camera right now, lovely people, very nice. No, it's a beautiful, warm country. It's a relaxed atmosphere. Everyone's willing to and wanting to talk to you. I'm not saying that it's not like that elsewhere. But sometimes it could be a language issue for some places. Here it's not. But it's just that environment. It's a friendliness. Now, Henrik has basically organised this for a number of years. He's very familiar with the industry as a whole, familiar with many people from throughout Europe. And I don't know, I think it all adds up to a nice day.
Yeah, I think a lot of it is Henrik, actually, in that he's hopefully going to watch this video later on, and he's a little bit 1960s in some ways, and that changed the character, I think, of the whole event. This is more experimental. We're doing things like this today, where live streaming on TV, and quite a lot of other innovations have been tried at SMRD over the years. So I think it has that about it.
It is, as an individual like Henrik doing this, and he's flexible, he's open to new ideas, he's able to put it into place fairly quickly with support of yourself and other people here. And I think that adds to it all. People are always willing to try different things if other people are susceptible to it. If Henrik puts his hand out and says, can you come and try this, you'll find that it will follow year after year, new ideas, new approaches. I was talking to Betty about it this morning when we had breakfast. Oh, and yourself, of course. But we all had separate rooms. Yes. We just happened to find each other at breakfast this morning. But I was saying to her, it's a nice approach because it's her first time here. I said, you will enjoy it, you will enjoy the experience. I said, and people are open to new ideas here. So, to summarise, hopefully I've just answered your question, right?
Yes, I think so. I think so. I mean, there's a lot that's the same, but there are some things which are distinctly different and are friendly. The food tends to be a bit healthier than elsewhere, so that's one of the downsides at the conference, but not in Stockholm. In Stockholm, it's... I went to a conditori yesterday and I had a chocolate with cream. It was wonderful.
Well, I had elk meatballs last night, Ray, and I have to say it's made my trip. I absolutely loved it. Betty and I were taking photos. I came here looking for a moose steak, but elk meatballs, I'm done.
Right. Okay. We probably ought to get back to the research world.
Yes.
SMR, where do you think SMR is going next over the next couple of years? The stuff that you can talk about in the open.
There's a few changes coming up, of course. We are looking at the corporate membership that's been voted with the referendum, and we will be instigating those changes.
Almost nobody will know what you're talking about, because it's only
course.
gone to the 3,500, 4,000 members. So what is corporate membership? Why is that different?
Why is it different? Right, very good question. Thank you very much. Corporate membership. At the moment, Esomar is made up of individual membership. Basically, we have over 5,000 people from 118 different countries. Corporate membership will allow a company to become a member with individual voices. So it's not taking away the individualness or the vote for the annual general meeting and so forth, but allowing us to, from a disciplinary point of view, from many point of views with the EU and the legislation issues within Brussels, it allows us to do more work. So the referendum we had has been voted for, the changes are being placed now, and throughout the year we'll be keeping everybody up to date with how it's progressing.
So technically at the moment, lots and lots of companies put on their website, we are members of SMR,
Yes.
we are bound by the SMR rules. That's not 100% correct at the moment.
No, that's right. It's individual only, and so that is one of the things that we like to keep people informed about, but it is individual. It is an individual members mark only.
Now, one of the other changes that's happened over the last couple of years are the number of events where you're working with members and putting on a best of show. Now, that presumably isn't just to give you a travel budget. So what's the thinking behind that?
The thinking was, we've always had the global conferences, as you know, and workshops. So my job within Esomar is to work with the representatives throughout the world. So there are currently 76 representatives. And basically, the representatives help us to talk with the local community, within the industry, and also with the associations, always vitally important. So basically, part of the role, and it's sort of grown a bit over the last 2 years, is to conduct meetings within each country. So instead of asking our members in Australia, for example, to come to a conference here in Europe, we can hold a meeting there that's perhaps a half day. Not saying that it's the exact same format of a 2-day congress, but it allows them to catch a glimpse of the global conference, but on a local basis. So normally we have half-day events, it can be in the morning, evening. Coming up very shortly, we are doing our, what we call our APAC tour, Asia Pacific tour. So we'll be having a full-day meeting in Indonesia, Vietnam a half day, Bangkok, Hong Kong, Japan. And then we have other full day meetings in Mumbai, for example, or in Moscow. It's all written on our website if anyone would like to have a look. But the idea is to share knowledge, basically. And people like yourself, Ray, thank you very much.
Yes, I should be in Moscow. So that's smr.org.
That's correct.
For people looking for that. So that's clearly one of the changes that's gone on.
Yes.
Now, if somebody was thinking about, okay, should I have an SMR membership? Should I join? What do you think 2 or 3 good reasons for somebody joining SMR?
Oh, goodness. Look, to join SMR, people often ask what's the difference between joining with the local association and with Esomar. The local associations are important, right? No one's ever going to say anything differently. If you're looking to say an international perspective, then Esomar is very interesting. How do you do work or research? Well, you're just talking to Sasha about Russia, for example. How do you work, or how do you know information or local contacts within Brazil? What about Australia? What about Indonesia? And Esomar come together to sort of regulate that and to work with the associations and our members throughout these countries. It offers people a glimpse, it offers people some security. There's various reasons, and you get to network, of course, with all the wonderful members and non-members throughout the world, of course. So there's a number of different benefits. Now, if everyone's of course different. I always, these are a couple of the features and these are the benefits that will vary for individuals. But if anyone wants to ask questions in regards to themselves or for the company or for the business, they're always most welcome to either give us a call, drop us an email or have a look on the website, and I'm always happy to talk to people personally about what they're looking for and how we can help.
Because I get asked this question quite a bit, and what I tend to say to people is really two things. One is, if you've got any global ambitions whatsoever, if you think you might want to work overseas, you might want to work with foreign partners, then you as a person probably want to be an SMR. And if you need to convince your boss, then take on the responsibility and say, well, I'll be the one responsible for reading what's going on elsewhere and writing internal reports. So you develop that sort of knowledge and skill. You become known as the SMR person, the person with the international perspective. And that makes it usually quite easy to justify to your boss that you should be a member of SMR, I find.
That's correct. And the amount of people I've met in different countries at the different conferences or different meetings, it's pretty much that perspective. If you're looking locally, your association's always the perfect resource. Perfect. If you are looking internationally, then yes. An association such as Esomar allows you to do that either through the directory, through the website, through our members listings, and it allows people probably even the confidence to step forward and go global in that sense.
You need to keep the microphone nearly quite a bit closer from you.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now? Okay. So there's various reasons like that. And again, as I said, if anyone has any questions, they're always most welcome to call us. And I'm happy to go through the points.
And final query, we've got a lot of non-official organisations growing up now, of the MRGA, NewMR. A lot of them wouldn't even call themselves organisations. Then we get the brand new ones, the Mobile Marketing Research Association, different initials like that. Do you think they're a threat to SMR? Or?
I don't think anyone's an actual threat to Esomar. I think as long as we're all working in the right direction and together, then no one should be competition.
Right. Okay, thank you for joining me today.